Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Charlotte from @Charlotte's House. Today I'm talking fashion, specifically how to make something out of Goodwill clothing. Stay tuned. I am wearing a pair of blue jeans that I purchased at the thrift store, and I don't love them the way they are, but I'm gonna make them into something that I'm gonna wear all summer. Stay tuned. So I am going to make over a couple of blue jeans that I brought home from the thrift store. So I wanna talk about what I look for when I'm picking out clothing like this. Here's why I chose these blue jeans. One, I was hoping they would fit. I'm kind of right about that. They're a little snug, they're a little low rise, but they work. Two, I liked the wash. I like this sort of distressed wash that we have going on. This actually has some nice kind of embroidered detail, so that was a little bit fun. Three, these are a boot cut, which means they're not super tight throughout the leg, which is important for what I have in mind. So the first thing I look for is obviously size. And these are honestly a tiny bit tight, and they're a little bit lower than I would normally get, but they were $3, so that's gonna work just fine. Two, I'm looking for the wash. I love the wash of this. It's sort of worn and aged, it's pretty soft. Three, I'm looking for a boot cut pant. For these pants, I think I'm going to cut them off and make them into sort of some distressed blue jean shorts. So I have a Sharpie, and I'm simply gonna make a mark right at my knee. I'm not gonna cut below that, but this way I know where my kneecap is. That's the first step. This is my super professional technique. Now, if you recall, that line was right above my kneecap. So I'm gonna start there. I'm using fabric scissors so that it's a little bit easier to cut through. And I just cut. I'm not paying too much attention to the line, to anything. Now, I'm gonna line up that. Made a mark. And I'm gonna cut right here too. So what I'm gonna do next is I am just sort of pulling at the edges, and I'm not gonna achieve that sort of distressed edge right off the bat. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go soak these in water, and then I'm just gonna throw them in the dryer, and I'm gonna do that a few different times, and that usually loosens up the edge here, because this is the edge that you want a little bit of fray on. And then I will probably plan to wear these with a little bit of a cuff, which is why I'm leaving them a little bit longer. This is pair of pants number 2, and these are super comfortable. These I would wear all the time. So I'm gonna try a different technique on these. All right, for the second pair of pants, I actually don't mind the length, but I do want the bottom to be slightly frayed. So I'm going to cut, I don't know. I think I'll start by cutting about this much. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. So now I'm gonna go inside, and I'm actually gonna get some bleach. Be right back. What you didn't just see was my trip to the grocery store, because we don't have bleach. So I'm just using a plain old plastic container, and I'm gonna pour the bleach right in there, and then I'm gonna add just a little bit of water so that it's not quite as thick. Also, when you use straight bleach, it can be really harsh, and I don't want it to break down the fabric at all. Now what I'm gonna do is I want these to be in the bleach evenly, and this is all I'm gonna do. But you wanna be careful that your fingers don't touch the bleach. And I'm just gonna let that sit. So there's probably about 3 inches that are submerged into the bleach. And I'm not sure how long it'll take to work. I may have to let this sit overnight. So far, so good. So this is my first pair of blue jeans, and all I did here was cut them and cuff them. I put them through the dryer a few different times, and I already have a nice distress going on here. So this is a super easy way to bring your own distressed shorts home for $3. I'm not gonna lie, I had to put these through the wash a couple times to get the fringe. They are now so tight that I can hardly breathe. Now I'm gonna go try on blue jean number 2 so you can see how the bleach turned out. Pair number 2, total success. This was exactly the look I was going for. I wanted the bottom to be a little bit bleached. I did forget about them, so I left them soaking for a lot longer than I had intended, which I think is probably why the bleach is a little bit longer. Keep in mind that the fabric will absorb the bleach, so if you want less, then only put maybe the bottom inch of the fabric in. Again, the blue jeans cost $3. We had the bleach, so for $3, I think this is a really fun update.